Hold on, let me turn off my fan.
This video was formed in front of a live ostrich.
Okay, if you look at my messy room in the background or my messy face, you're a homophobe. It's Pride Month, come on. I make this joke in my next video, but I recorded that one first, so I tried to record another video, and I figured I didn't have enough content to just talk about this tattoo on its own, so I would just throw that at the beginning of my video and keep going. But as I was editing, I realized I do have a little bit to say about this tattoo. Here's the thing though. Codeine by Cemetery Sun isn't a very meaningful song to me the way Run by One Republic is. I'm not saying I don't like the song, it's just that the lyric, I'll Be Alright, is just, the lyric itself is what's meaningful to me because, you know, it's like I can look at it and give myself a little reminder, I'll be alright. I saw my video where I talked about this tattoo and I wanted to make a video talking about this one. I guess we can start with, I was messaging Josh about writing out this tattoo before I even got this one. I don't remember how the topic came up. I think it was like I posted, oh, I hope all the members of Cemetery Sun are having a good day, and he replied, I hope you're having a good day too. And then, I don't know, it came in a conversation. My birthday's coming up, I'm getting my first tattoo. So I said, I was thinking if I could withstand the pain of a tattoo needle, that my next tattoo could be I'll Be Alright in your handwriting, as long as you're okay with that, blah blah blah. And he said, I'd be happy to do that for you, just let me know when the time comes. And I was kind of low-key
too scared to ask.
Fast forward a couple months, I have a friend named Sid who likes Cemetery Sun, and they were going to see Stand Atlantic. Cemetery Sun was opening for them. They were like, hey, I know you love Cemetery Sun, and I know you don't get to go to one of their shows right now, so if I could get you like a video or something written out or something. And so I asked them to get my tattoo written out for me. And this was months before the show, so I reminded them a couple times. Sorry if I was being annoying, Sid. Anyway, the night of the show comes. I was staying up late waiting to get like a picture or something from Sid of the, you know, paper that he wrote it on. I get a tweet and it was a video of Josh writing out the tattoo. And he wrote out the wrong thing. He wrote out Everyone You Thought You Knew, which is a Cemetery Sun lyric, and then he also wrote the, you know, little Cemetery Sun logo. He drew that. And I was worried. I did not think that Sid would correct him because they were already nervous to be meeting Cemetery Sun. They told me. Sorry, I kind of ratted you out there, Sid. I hope you don't watch this. So I'm like, what do I do now? Josh just wrote this out for me and I don't want it tattooed. And also, like, look at it. That does not say Everyone You Thought You Knew. That says Everyone You Thugart You Knew. So, but then they sent me a picture and the picture had I'll Be Alright written on it. So, fast forward a couple weeks, here we are, it's on my arm. So, like I said, I can't really tell much about like the meaning of the song to me because it's not... Actually, I used to not like this song because of the bridge. The bridge grew on me, but I didn't really like it at first, which is so ironic. But I do have some stories about the actual like process of getting the tattoo, so I'm gonna share that with you instead. So the day I got the tattoo, I was kind of moody and I was kind of thinking the world is out to get me and everyone's forgetting me because this is something that I can't really talk about, but I DM'd somebody about something just to like remind them because I was kind of worried that everyone was forgetting about me, and they said I totally forgot. So, you know, I was thinking, what if my aunt forgot about our appointment? What if the tattoo guy forgot about our appointment? And the day before my tattoo appointment, I had a vocal lesson, but Josh was feeling sick, so we had to reschedule it. So I kind of felt like shit. So I spent my entire school day thinking, should I message my aunt? Should I say something? And then I messaged my mom asking if my aunt had messaged her, and she did, so everything was fine. Crisis averted. For the rest of this video, I don't know how much of this is going to be in the exact order because I just spewed out everything I remembered. My parents do not like this tattoo. They like the words, but they don't like the little coffin, the little Cemetery Sun logo, because they're like, I wouldn't want a coffin tattooed on my wrist. My dad said, I know you'll be alright, but the coffin... my mom called it a doodad. That was kind of funny. The tattoo guy's name's Drew with a J instead of a D. So I'm just going to say that right now because I'm probably going to say his name a lot in the video. Here's his Instagram. I'll promote him. Why not? Drew like asked me, okay, what are we working with? I handed him the little sheet of paper and I was telling him like, oh, the person who wrote that is actually my vocal coach. The singer who wrote that's my vocal coach. And he's like, "I'll tell your vocal coach I'm willing to do some tattoo work on her." And I'm like, "Him?" And he's like, "Well, tell your vocal coach I'm willing to do some tattoo work on him." And I'm like, "That's great, but he lives in California." So he's like, "Well, I mean, that gives me an excuse to get out of here." It hurt like a bitch. I don't remember how bad this hurt, but I do remember that this felt like it took so much longer than this one. By the time we were done, he was like, "Done," and I'm like, "Done already?" He told me this one would take like 10 minutes, and it felt like forever, and this one felt like 10 minutes. If you guys don't know, as of right now, Drew comes here to do my tattoos. He's done both of my tattoos here at my house, and we did this one outside. Obviously we did this one inside because it was December and at night, but we did this one outside. In front of our garage we have like this like closed off like porch kind of area. I put a video on my Instagram story. I could kind of show you what it looks like. I'm literally right in front of where I got my tattoo so I can show you guys. So like I sat like right here, and you know the guy had his table set up, stuff right here. So there was a big bee. I'm talking like yay big. Like, I mean, it's big for a bee. Like, it was huge. And it was like kind of in the general area of where I was getting my tattoo. So if that thing like flew past me or flew on me, I would have flinched, jerked my arm. It would have probably made me bleed and ruined my tattoo, and if I saw the blood, I probably would have had a panic attack. Even worse than witnessing the bee. For my first tattoo, all I had was the picture on my phone. I didn't have the paper that Ryan actually wrote it on. Sid is sending me the paper that Josh wrote on, but I was not gonna wait until the paper got here. I wanted to get this tattoo as soon as possible. Last time, Drew just worked off my phone and tried to recreate Ryan's handwriting. He did pretty well, but I mean, I kind of felt bad for him because there wasn't really any sort of stencil or anything. So this time I was smart, and you know, I had to do a little bit of manipulating with the picture that Sid gave me to get this to what I wanted it to look like. And I printed it out so, you know, he could easily like stencil it onto my hand and it would, you know, be easier for him. And I gave him the paper and he was like, "Oh yeah, this will be a lot easier for me." But he did exactly what he did last time, just with the paper instead of with my phone. So that confused me, because how was it any easier for him? I guess it could, because it was easier to like, he was like kind of, he had it placed in my hand at one point, he had it under where he was stenciling it, he had it like, so I guess it was like easier to like move around or whatever, but I don't know, I just didn't know how it was easier for him. We were working on the positioning of it, and when I told him I wanted it facing me again, he laughed at me. But I mean, it's my body. I want to be able to look at this tattoo and be like,
Yeah, I'll be alright.
I've looked at this tattoo and smiled so many times, and I've gotten it, what's today, Sunday? 3 days ago. I was gonna say that Drew understood the assignment when it came to this little coffin, but like in general, like he understood the assignment with the tattoo. Like I'm so happy with it. It looks so cool. But the coffin specifically, like it looks exactly how I wanted it to look. When Josh wrote it out, it looked a little bit messier. And so that's why my parents were kind of chill with it, because they're like, "Oh, it doesn't really look that much like a coffin," but it looks more like a coffin than it does in the actual like doodle of it. I didn't want it to be like exactly like the Cemetery Sun logo. I don't know why. I thought about getting another tattoo that's the actual logo, where the lines are actually a little thicker and straighter, but I feel like that wouldn't make sense since the logo's already tattooed on me. But anyway, it turned out great and I really like it. And the last thing I wrote in my notes is that Josh's mom saw the tattoo before Elliot did. All the members of Cemetery Sun have seen it by now. Josh saw it first, then Matt, and then I think Josh's mom, and then Elliot. I don't know. I don't remember. I think it was because Matt and Josh's mom both saw it when I was asleep. So like I'd wake up and I'm like, "Oh, Matt saw it," go back to sleep, woke up again, "Oh, Josh's mom saw it." But anyway, I just think it was funny that Josh's mom saw it. I don't know. I don't know if I have anything else to say about this tattoo, but like I love this band so much, and I'm so happy that Josh wrote it out for me. It makes me happy. This video is a little short, but I wanted to give this tattoo just as much justice as this one. If you liked this video, like it, comment down below. Normally I like to give you guys something to comment, but I don't really. If you guys would get a tattoo, what would you get for a tattoo? Or if you have tattoos, tell me what you have tattooed in the comments below. Hit subscribe, share with your friends, hit the bell icon, all that crazy, wacky, weird, amazing, fun stuff. Thank you so much for watching, and I never know how to end these things.